Shalom, Kohalo Yahweh Bashim Yahushua Bahashim Makakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of GMS, including the elders that came before them, that taught us his truth. And shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word in truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David. I'm the brother Yahshua, back with the WW3 Daily update. Shabbat Shalom, Salakia, and salutations to you as well. We're going to keep this short. Jeremiah 51 and 46. Unless your heart be faint, Salakia, unless your heart faint, and ye fear for the rumor that shall be heard in the land, a rumor shall both come 1 year, and after that, in another year shall come a rumor, and violence in the land, ruler against ruler. Is that Prigozhin against Putin? Maybe. What the hell was that yesterday in the insurrection or coup, right? Coup d'etat. Was it a coup d'etat? That's what the rumor was. Okay. Let's read this. Do not lose heart or be afraid when rumors are heard in the land. One rumor comes this year, another the next. Rumors of violence in the land and of ruler against ruler. Let's watch this. 6 hours ago, the money GPS 22-hour Wagner coup in Russia. NATO-backed or false flag. This guy goes into money, okay? And there was a substantial amount of money, 6-7 billion, that was unaccounted or wrongly accounted for. Whose hands did it get into, or what is the rumor of the day? All right, let's listen to this. We'll listen to a little bit and cut it short if you want to go back and listen to it. The Money GPS 6 hours ago. All right, take it away.
Was the attempted coup in Russia Putin's failure or part of a grand plan? That's what we're going to discuss today. You're going to find out who this Wagner group is and who the leader of the Wagner group met with recently. And it is very telling of something else going on. I'm going to show you this right now because you got to know the truth. Welcome, truth seekers. You came to the right place. I'm going to give you information that others simply can't. We are going to piece this together, and we need to do this as a grassroots movement. So join nearly 300,000 other people that are like-minded. Click that subscribe and the notification beside it so that we can conquer this together. Speaking of which, you want to know what happened with Russia, and I'm going to give you some details so that you are informed, beginning with this. You probably saw it. So we had this mercenary force, Wagner group. They start moving in and they say, we are going to Moscow. We see tanks in the streets. All of these things start to happen. You could see the images here. Wagner mercenary group fighters pull out of the headquarters of the Southern Military District. They said at one point, we're going away. We are not going to continue on with this coup. And it happened 22 hours after it started. I was looking at this and I thought to myself, okay, I'll do a video about this if I can keep up with it all. It's changing rapidly. And then the whole thing was over. Well, I'm going to show you what happened really, really quickly. I know that a lot of you are already informed about it. Now, there's some discrepancy here. Wagner leader cheered while leaving Rostov. I saw other reports saying that people were cheering, in fact, when they were leaving as if like, yeah, we're so glad you're leaving. Like, what is it exactly? So we're going to get these mixed messages from details, and that's why I want to show you some others. Look, Kremlin reveals details of Wagner deal. And so I wanted to give you the actual synopsis. Here is one article that was written about it. This is just a real quick point form breakdown. Charges dropped against, I'm going to try to pronounce it, Prigozhin, who will leave Russia for Belarus. Wagner fighters who didn't take part in the uprising will sign contracts with the MOD. Wagner fighters who did take part will not be charged. No word on potential MOD leadership changes. So you had Putin essentially saying, look, you are a traitor and we do not ever, deal with this well. We think that this is something you can't forgive. That's something that he said before. And so they're making these threats. And within a matter of what seemed like hours, just a couple hours, the whole script flips. And you had the leader of Belarus negotiating with the leader of Wagner. And what happens here is the leader of Wagner says, okay, I'm now going to go to Belarus. I'm gone. I'm over here, but I'm safe. Apparently, I'm not going to be executed. And our guys are going to sign some contracts and we're going to go back to business as usual.
Okay, so in the interest of time, I'm going to see if I can fast forward to what his premise is. Because what he does is he brings up the guy that was front and center, if you will, in the Brittany Griner trade. When Brittany Griner was hemmed up, if you will, in Russia, the U.S. made a trade for Brittany Griner for this guy who they call this arms dealer that they call they gave him the Michael Jordan of arms dealers, something to that effect. But they say that guy, as soon as they let him go, he went straight to Prigozhin. Okay, so they're saying there's more to this story than meets the eye, and I thought that was interesting to say the
Just
least.
a theory. We don't really know. But what we do know is this. Russian arms dealer released by Biden spotted with Wagner Group boss. Isn't that interesting? Now that is on June 13th, this article. June 13th, this information comes out. Very near term after that, this coup attempt occurs. This is the guy, if you weren't aware, remember they did a prisoner swap where the basketball player, Brittany Griner, is swapped for the Merchant of Death. It made huge news saying,
the Merchant of Death, the Michael Jordan of arms dealing.
Like, how can this happen? This is unbelievable. This guy isn't exactly a good guy. So at that time, these two are together. And you might be thinking, well, that's probably just some random report and so on. I'm going to show you here what it said. Victor Bout, the freed Russian arms dealer nicknamed the Merchant of Death, was photographed with the Wagner Group boss as they took a joint trip to this particular city. He put that on the telegram, and that would be seen as official. It's not as if they're hiding it. It's not anything. Okay, so these two are together. What does that tell us? I think that there's something else going on. Really, it was a joint trip. Smartest and most educated person over the many years he spent in an American prison was engaged in self-education, learned many languages, including Farsi. So I'm looking at all of this and I'm saying to myself, there's something odd going on. We don't have all the answers. We can speculate, but it seems like it could be one of two things. Could the situation be that the West has funded this group? You got this guy, you release them, maybe you make a deal with him, he starts giving the weapons, he knows where to get the weapons. They could do this all through backdoor, back channel sort of access, giving this guy the weapons or making it happen, giving him the funding, and then the leader of Wagner somehow make a deal with them, do all of this. It doesn't work out, you back off. Or maybe it's part of an even more grand conspiracy where both sides are aware of the situation, but the military industrial complex is happy. Let's do all of this so it only creates more demand for more weapons, more defense weapons, more tanks, more technological advancements, all of these things, right? Keep the war going. Oh, we're losing support for the war. Create a new event. That's one potential. The other is, I mean, there's an infinite amount of potential here, but I think we discussed enough about this. I'm looking at this and wondering what is the end goal, and in the end, who stands to gain, who benefits? It is the military-industrial complex.
All right, so I'm gonna end it right there. Very interesting, right, and informative viewpoint. But where does it fall under? And I shouldn't be doing this earlier than Tuesday, but I'm gonna do it anyway, right? With trying not to disrespect War and Rumors of War Tuesday, but it kind of demands that we go into this. We'll read this real quick and we'll go ahead and end. This is Matthew 24:6. And ye shall hear of wars, right? Whether it be civil wars or internal wars or whatever, or fake wars, or you shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. Well, that's exactly what went on. Yeah. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass. Ah, there it is, jumping off the page. But the end is not yet. All right, so we're going to end it right there. This was your World War III daily update, and we will see you tomorrow. Go back and watch the rest of this if you're interested. Watch it in its entirety for a whole different perspective. The Money GPS 6 hours ago. 22-hour Wagner coup in Russia. NATO back or false flag. Pretty interesting. The little Brittany Griner thing come in, but what is it? That's more rumor and speculation. Yeah. Anyway, with that, we hope that the elect will edify you, brothers and sisters. With that, we're going to say Shabbat Shalom.